We in the Office of Teacher Education are excited to support you as you pursue application and admission into your teacher licensure program. Application and clearance through our office is part of admission into your program, so we're going to spend the next few minutes walking through that process. Application to our office is completely online and can be found by visiting teacher-education.uark.edu. Once on that page, click on the Apply button and then click on the Apply Online link. If you are a current University of Arkansas student, you will click on the blue Login Now button and use your UARK credentials to log in. If you are not a current student, enter a valid email address in the email address field and click Submit. The first page of our application asks you to read through the Code of Ethics for Arkansas Educators. Please note, you will be held to this code as a U of A teacher candidate as well as a licensed teacher. Once you have read each item, check the box at the bottom and proceed to the next page. The two most important items on this page cover the required passing scores on an improved basic skills assessment such as ACT, SAT, Praxis, or GRE exams, and the need to have an approved background check through the Arkansas Department of Education. Please proceed through the application even if the answer is no on either of these questions. Links to the required passing scores are included in the application, and they are also available on our website. The next page will walk you through the teacher candidate support system. Please be sure to read the supports we have in place for you as teacher candidates, and when you are finished, check the box at the bottom of the page and proceed to payment. The application fee to our office is $100, and this pays for Praxis preparation materials, both for Praxis Core if you still need to take a math, reading, or writing subtest, or for your Praxis 2, which would be for your specific content area. The ability for us to provide fingerprinting for your background check in our office, and your access to an online portfolio system, and the ordering of your official transcripts, which will be needed further down the line when you get your teaching license. Once you submit payment and the application is reconciled, you will receive an automated email that will detail the next steps. One of the very next things that you will need to do is initiate a background check. A link to detailed instructions for how to complete your background check will be in the email once you submit payment in your application to the Office of Teacher Ed. But you can also come back to our website and click the background checks page to get to the page that has the instructions for the background check. So background checks for your teacher preparation program are mandated by the state, and they consist of an Arkansas State Police, FBI, and Arkansas Department of Human Services background check. If you believe that you have completed these background checks previously, you will need to contact the Office of Teacher Education, and we can verify whether you will need to complete a new set. It is more common that you will need to do a new set if you did background checks as part of working for a daycare or a camp. Those are not ADE background checks, nor is if you did a background check for concealed carry. So the first thing that you should do once you are on our background check site is print off the instructions. This page contains several links to external sites, so it is helpful to have the instructions in front of you throughout this process. So your background checks consist of 4 steps. Step 1 is payment for the Arkansas State Police and the FBI portion of the background check. The link in this step is external. It goes to the Arkansas Department of Education. You'll complete some demographic information and payment for $38.25. You need to be careful and follow all instructions in this step carefully. And once you pay at the end of this process, you will get a receipt that has a transaction ID. So you'll get this receipt mailed to you, and it will come up on the screen once you are finished completing all the information. So you will need to print that transaction ID or write it down somewhere. We have to have it for step 3 when we fingerprint you. Step 3 or step 4. In step 2, you have another external link. This link is going to take you to a consent form. So in order for us to fingerprint you in the later step that we have and we'll talk about, we have to have your consent, and the Arkansas Department of Education has to have your consent before they will process your background checks. And they will not process your background checks unless you have completed this step. So make sure that you do not forget this. And at the end of this, it will give you the option to print it and submit. So you need to make sure you do both. And when you print it, you will set that aside because you will bring that to your fingerprinting appointment. So in step 3, you will download, complete, and print your Arkansas DHS Child Maltreatment Background Check Consent Form. It is a mouthful. So this form must be notarized. That means that someone must witness your signature. So do not sign this part when you are filling it out. The signature part will be done in front of the notary. So you will just complete the top part. Although you are not licensed right now, it is checked for a licensed teacher. That is correct. You don't need to change that. It has to do more with the law that you are having background checks conducted under. So finally, step 4, let me go back to step 3. So you're going to print the child maltreatment form. You will sign it in front of a notary, and then this part of the background check costs $10. So we have to mail this part of the background check. So you will set that form aside also. You'll get your check or money order for $10, and you will bring that with that consent form in step 2 and the transaction ID with step 1, and this all will come with you when you come to your fingerprinting appointment, which is step 4. So finally, step 4 is scheduling the fingerprinting appointment. So the Office of Teacher Ed has fingerprinting appointments available Monday through Thursday, and we start them typically at 8:30 in the morning or 8. And the last one is at the end of the evening, 4:30 in the afternoon. So once you schedule, you do have the ability to change or cancel within 12 hours in advance. And after you schedule, you'll receive confirmation and reminder emails that include a list of all the items that you are supposed to bring to your fingerprinting appointment. If you have any questions about background checks or Office of Teacher Education clearance, please call us at 479-575-6073, or you can email teach-ed@uark.edu, and we will be glad to help you and answer any questions that you have about this process.